Hello, it is I, Christopher McLeod, aka Diagnostic 80, for the Full Force News Burst Live, brought to you by generalsjoes.com, reborn.com, I should say. It has been another busy day. Well, it's been a busy couple of days, actually. And I'm not going to be talking about the Fortnite Snake Eyes sword until the weekly. We'll save that for the weekly. There's no need for me to do an entire news burst on that right now because there's been more news today. Obviously, we had the Instagram live stream today, so we're going to be getting stuck into that in a little while. Who's joining me tonight? It's Chris Clements. Hello, Chris. Hello, A Punk with Toys. Hello, Windblade. Hello, Luc Poulon. Bonsoir, monsieur. And hello, Ryan Sweeney. If you want to chat, obviously throw your questions in there, and I'll get to it as best I can. Hello, Stu Warp. Hello. And hello, Tags. Let's get stuck into, I guess, this particular piece of news. Although I haven't queued up the things I need to queue up. It's always the way, isn't it? I start talking and then, this happens. Anyway, right. So what have we got? Hello, Jeremy. Hello, Raymond. Hello, Dave Flagpoints. Hello, Couchboy. Hello, Zelastratos. And hello, Eric. Right, let's get stuck into what we saw today. Then I'll get the news burst elements done first. Lots of cool stuff for what was actually quite a chill little cute stream, which was great. So as Emily and Lenny appeared on our Instagram live on our phones in this particular case, they have been basically popping up every week on a Wednesday. The first one was an Instagram live. The second one was a YouTube event. This one's an Instagram live. And next week, there's another Instagram live event. And then finally, for the final, I suppose, hurrah of Yojoejune, they're going to be doing another YouTube event, which is amazing. So this is really cool. I'm enjoying these. I think these are really great. We got 2 more pre-orders, which we'll also get to in a little while. But first, or initially, Emily and Lenny revealed another couple of characters that are coming to the Classified series, which was great. We got Snowjob und Tunnelrat, which is amazing. So very excited that these guys are joining the Classified ranks. If you'd been a member of our Patreon, then you'd have known Snowjob was coming. But still, very awesome. Very excited for both of these. And it does kind of open up the doors, doesn't it, for a Tunnel Rat redeco? I'm thinking Tiger Force already, but there's so many cool, like Night Force, Sonic Fighters. Tunnel Rat got in a lot of sub teams, a lot of major sub teams. Tunnel Rat got into, so that's awesome. Tunnel Rat I'm excited for. Snowjob obviously is wicked, and I'm sure they're going to deck him out with some cool stuff. I'm thinking circa Pursuit of Cobra. I'm thinking, it's going to be amazing. Hello, Ritz Murphy. Hello, who else is on here? Super Saiyan. Hello. Can I influence Lenny to make snow serpents? I don't know. I don't think I can influence Lenny into doing anything. Hello, Tim. Tim Wan made it to the live show. I'm happy, bud. Well, yes, Couchboy, it was sold out before too, but it was sold out on Hasbro Pulse, and they're not the be all and end all. Amazon is the exclusive on this one. So links in the description. If you haven't got them, go get them on Amazon, because that's where that's where they're actually supposed to be purchased from. Hasbro Pulse just get a very small allocation, and they pop them on, and they always go quickly because there's a very small allocation, as it's they've got an exclusive deal with Amazon here, so obviously they don't want to be taking all of it away from Amazon. That's really just an extra thing they do to throw in there. They don't have to do that. People do complain a lot that they don't have them on Hasbro Pulse, and obviously they're exclusives. Why would they? But they did it for us wanting some extra allocation on Hasbro Pulse. So don't worry too much, Couchboy. Links in the description for the Amazon links. Get them there. You'll probably get them before Hasbro Pulse ship them. No dissing to Hasbro Pulse, but they are usually very late in the day in getting the stuff out. What are people thinking about these 2 characters in the line? Hey AJ, how you doing? Stu's saying orders still not up in the UK. Well, go to In Demand Toys, who do have pre-orders for them. Why are you not going to In Demand Toys if you're in the UK, Stu? Come on, get involved. indemandtoys.co.uk. They'll sort you out if they haven't already sold out themselves, unfortunately. But they should be all right. Check them out. Yes, David, Hasbro's Pulse did sell out quick because, like I said, it's only a small allocation that they take. The main exclusive here is for Amazon. Links in the description if you haven't got them. Still available, by the way. I just checked before I went live. Tunnel Rat is going to be an amazing figure, Ryan Adams. You're absolutely spot on. I'm so excited, and I hope you get the camo paint on there as well. I think that'd be so sweet. I can just imagine now, like all his weapons, like the huge machine gun he carries with the scope on it, the satchel, the backpack with removable torches. I don't want to say flashlight because it sounds too close to the other one. Amazing. I can't hear the song "Flashlight" by Jessie J now without hearing something else. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Where's Naked HD when you need them? Hello, Donald Allen. Super Science saying Snow Serpents and Ice Vipers. Come on, I'm sure we'll get to them, mate. Don't worry. A Punk with Toys. I'm with Pat. Snow Job better come out during winter. Yeah, we did talk about this, didn't we, on the weekly? Funny that should come up. Hello, Soda. Tunnel Rat is awesome, says Tags Media TV, and you're correct. Correct. I'm not gonna put your other comment up because this is a family show. Dave Flagpoint's so rad. Can't wait to see Snowjob's gear. Yeah, same. It's going to be dope. Stu Warp says excited that Paul Harding has sculpted Snowjob. Yeah, didn't he post that he's had his hand in a couple of different things? Maybe Tunnel Rat as well. Actually, yeah, it's very exciting. Lots of really amazing talent on this line, definitely. Ritz Murphy, Snowjob has always been a personal favorite. Absolutely, really love the figure too. I'm excited for Snowjob. Ryan Sweeney says, "Are we just missing Hawk and Road Pig for Sonic Fighters?" For Sonic Fighters, I think you might be right. For Super Sonic Fighters, it starts getting, expands the line a little bit more, doesn't it? So, I'm trying to think of the others. Dial Tone, Zap, Major Blood. We've got Major Blood, I suppose. Yeah, but yeah, I'm excited, Ryan. I'm excited for some Sonic Fighters redecos at some point. We just need another store to have have an exclusive, don't we? Zelostratos says, "Please give us Polar Bear with Snowjob. That would be wicked. A Battle Bear would be wicked." Hello, Smiler67. Eric Gench says, "I hope since we are Gench, I don't know how to pronounce that, Eric. I'm very apologetic there. But Eric, I hope since we are getting Torpedo and Snowjob, that means we will get Snow Serpents and Eels. They're pretty. Yeah, I would be very surprised if we don't get them soon." Donald Allen has asked, "Any idea why Kamakura is so expensive?" We'll get to that in a second, Donald, and we'll talk about that. Okay. Well, okay. Let's move on then, considering I'm also not going to be able to get to every comment because you guys absolutely fill the chat. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but it's work trying to keep up with you all. Diecast Nick says, "Hello, just tuned in. I'm too old to understand Instagram. What happened? Blue Ninjas? Question mark." Well, we'll get to that as well, Diecast. First off, I was just saying that Emily and Lenny did an Instagram live video prior actually to the Instagram live video, which happened at 2 p.m. Eastern. The actual pre-orders went up at 1 p.m. Eastern. And those pre-orders started, well, they didn't start. They both of them went up at the same time with Kamakura at 1 p.m. Now, again, if you'd been a member of our Patreon, you'd have known that the pre-orders were going up at 1 p.m. and not 2 p.m. And a lot of people were like, Lamprey's a Sonic Fighter. Thank you, Michael, as well. Yeah, there's another one. And Chad, you're all mentioning Lamprey here. Yeah. There's a lot of Sonic Fighters to still do. Absolutely. Anyway, so we were kind of a bit confused as to why the pre-orders are going up at 1, but the show was at 2. Lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. The pre-orders went up at 1. and were posted, throughout. I think I got an email at like I want to say 1:15 from Hasbro, because I was checking my emails hardcore. And it was about 1:15 I got the, let's tell the truth. It was 1:12 that I got the email. So I was able, as a premium member, to order both figures, or both pre-orders on Hasbro Pulse. So I was fortunate enough in that. They were sold. I mean, I think the Blue Ninjas, which we'll get to images of the Blue Ninjas eventually. They sold out pretty early, like probably maybe about 1:25, 1:30, I want to say. And and Kamakura was still available for a little while, I think till about 2, and then they were all out. But that, like I said, you don't go to Hasbro Pulse for these normally. This is, like I said, they have an extra allocation that they throw up, and it's a small amount every time. It's a small amount. If you can't get it there, we have got so many options in that Amazon they're still available, because it's an Amazon exclusive anyway, and you'll get it first from Amazon, I guarantee. I said your last name correctly. Thank you, Eric Gench, right? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, I'm just happy that I got it right, actually. But yeah, that's awesome, man. I'm glad. I'm still going to apologize even if I got it right. Anyway, let's talk about Kamakura, because I really love this figure. I do genuinely love this figure. Now, there's a reason I have a strong nostalgic hold for Kamakura, and that is basically because when the Image comic, the Devil's Due comic, kind of re-emerged, that first issue. I'll explain, Diecast Nick. Kamakura was introduced as in like the first issue, and he was like, I want to say like he was in the Everglades. So he was like infiltrating some sort of dreadnought swampy base or something. He was doing some sort of infiltration, and I remember seeing him for the first, thinking it was Snake Eyes the whole time, and then lo and behold, it turns out to be Kamakura, who is a student of Snake Eyes. And that was the whole, thing in that comic. So I was like really excited, and I was like, cool, a new character. And they kind of delved into his kind of character a bit more. It turned out to be Sean Collins, and then since then he's kind of like gone through this metamorphosis in the A Real American Hero comic, where Sean Collins is now Throwdown, he's now Snake Eyes, etc., etc. So I think he's gone back to Throwdown now, I want to say. Can't remember now. Someone will have to tell me in the comments. But it's hard keeping track of all of this, and I read it all, but I don't read it thoroughly. Like I read it, and then that's it. I don't necessarily go back to it. When we were doing the comic reviews, like the comic bursts, I would read them constantly. Then we would analyze them, and so it would stick in my head a little bit more, but not so much now. Anyway, so when that first comic came back out, I think I had been doing summer camp, where I was going out and being a counselor for like the summer in New Jersey, a camp called Camp Luema. And while there, we got like the opportunity to have a day out. And obviously we'd been like, no internet, no phones. Like I'd spoken to my folks on like a pay phone a couple of times. It was like proper old school times. We're only talking like 2000 and whenever it was, early 2000s. And I remember going on a day off with my buddy Rosie. Shout out to Rosie, you're an absolute star. Took me to Naked HD's in the chat. Why am I excited to see that? I've blocked them, but still, I don't know. I find that funny now. It's like if they're not there, I feel there they are again. Oh, amazing! It's like an old friend coming back. I'm talking about an old friend, and now I can't block them for some reason. Okay, I don't know. Well, thanks anyway, StreamYard, for not allowing me to block them again. Anyway. They're in the chat now, so yay. Probably because I've said it so many times. Anyway, so Rosie took me for a day out to where he was kind of based in New Jersey. And we ended up going to Zap Comics. And if anyone is in the kind of New Jersey area and they know of Zap Comics, sound off in the comments. But we went there, and it was the first time I'd really kind of seen the vintage Joes again for a while. And they had like a whole cabinet of them, like all like the O-rings like lined up and everything. It was amazing. But they also had a whole rack of this new G.I. Joe comic and all the back issues, like 1 to 10 at that point. Bought all of them. So excited to get into this new comic. Lo and behold, the first issue, you got Kamakura in there, and it was just really exciting. So that was Absorbed says, I saw Naked HD in another chat and I personally felt cheated. Oh, well, yeah, that's just for us, isn't it, usually? They're getting around. I don't like that. So anyway, so that's why I'm really drawn to this character, because obviously, have that kind of connection to him. So the figure, I'm just like, oh, this figure's dope. I know we saw a digital render, but seeing all the images now, I'm just like really excited. This one really got me. I love that pose, like with the knee up and everything, and the guns as well, because he's kind of like a ninja commando, like Snake Eyes was. Yeah, I like that vibe. Comes with like a ton of accessories by the looks of things, and like the hood edition and the alternate head. So there's a lot of cool stuff to kind of go on there, and that, I'm guessing, is why the price is slightly bigger. Now, I was under the impression for the entire time that it was a deluxe figure. Now it's kind of like, I suppose, another level, isn't it? Because it's not deluxe all the way. It's like deluxe, but only to a degree. And we're seeing, well, another shot of him there with his hood down and his head out. I really do love that figure. We're seeing the new packaging. So this is the non-plastic packaging. We're seeing the artist series getting the full display at the front, and the like a little kind of little mini render of the figure as well. So yeah, David, yeah, absolutely, the Devil's Due comic, exactly. That's what I've just been talking about, big time. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to get to some comments. I'm trying to get to everyone's comments. It's difficult. I'm sorry, because I go on like a little chat anyway. Chris is not happy. Chris Nelmes so far has not enjoyed Yojoejune. Why is that, Chris? Are you not having a good time with it, bud? Let us know. Let me know. We can talk about it. Like, just because I'm enjoying it doesn't mean everyone else should. And if you don't, let me know why. Talking Joe. Hey, Talking Joe. Mark. In theory, or Tim, could be anyone. In theory, it is Snake Eyes as the public face, Throwdown as the internal code name, and Sean as the name most people call him. Thank you. Timothy Hans says, full force. You're early, but I appreciate it. Full force. We usually do that at the end, Tim, but I appreciate the excitement already. Oh, Eric, yes, since he's the son of a Crimson Guard, maybe they will repaint his head to be a Fred Series CG in a pack like the Viper 3 pack. That's a really good idea. I like that idea. And it gets them another use of the head. That's actually inspired, Eric. Has anyone else thought of this? That's the first time I've seen that as like an option. Man, that is genius. You're a genius, mini genius. I don't know why I'm saying you're a mini genius. It's because you're only little like avatars to me on the screen. So I'm just going to call you a mini genius. That's insanely cool. Diecast Nick says, I know Throwdown, etc. from IDW completely missed Devil's Due. Yeah. Again, Devil's Due was like that. Like just getting back into the brand again, through that really a little bit. Punk with Toys says, I called it earlier. No, Pat, Naked HD will be here. And you're right. You're absolutely right. Robert H says, I made it pretty clear already that Kamakura is my most exciting figure, basically the whole classified line so far. Awesome, man. I'm glad you're happy. Nothing but ninjas. Is that why? I suppose we've had a lot, haven't we? But then again, we've had loads of troop builders, loads of characters. We've had a lot of all sorts of characters, really. There have been a lot. I mean, let's count them out. Snake Eyes multiple times, obviously. Storm Shadow a couple of times. What else have we got? Obviously, the movie wave of Kiko, Snake Eyes again, and Storm Shadow again. We're probably up to about 8 or 9 already, aren't we? Red Ninjas, now Blue Ninjas, and Kamakura. There's a lot, but then you've got a lot of other characters too. I don't feel like it's I don't think it's outweighing anything necessarily. But Chris, if that's how you feel, bud, that's how you feel. I'm not here to tell you can't feel that way, because if you do, mate, you do. Couchboy wants to get Jinx now. Absolutely, Jinx would be cool. Definitely. Absorbvid says package change doesn't bother me. I would say I really like the new packaging. I haven't talked about this yet, have we? So yeah, new kind of non-plastic packaging. The only thing that I'm not totally jazzed about is the flap at the top, for obvious reasons, like to hang on pegs, I guess. But I don't. Hang on. What does a classified box look like? It's been so long since I had one in hand. Oh yeah, I guess they've got those little kind of they've got those little kind of like plastic things at the top, haven't they? Sorry, that sounds funny, but I've hardly looked at the packaging for ages. Yeah. So they've gone away with the little kind of plastic. Oh, I suppose, of course, because it's plastic. That's why. God, I'm stupid sometimes. So yeah, that flap obviously being card, and they want to make it a bit more sturdy. So I get it now. Now it makes sense. It looks really nice though, and I like the fact that the artwork's all over it. So yeah, I'm not fussed. It doesn't bother me too much. I know it bothers some people. Talking Joe says Ninja Force. Yeah, we need some ninja. I'd like some Ninja Force. Specific Ninja Force characters. I know we've had Storm Shadow so far. I'd love a Snake Eyes, love a Scarlet Ninja Force, love a Zartan Ninja Force. Oh, and Road Pig, of course. Because obviously Road Pig was in the Ninja Commandos. And so if we can get a Road Pig in ninja style to homage the Ninja Commando, and Flint as well. Yeah, guys, for those that don't know, we've had Flint and Road Pig very close to coming out in a ninja wave of figures in the vintage line. It was Ninja Commandos, and it was 94/95, often attributed to 95, but Pat always says that it could have been that they were coming out in 94 as well. You know what I'm talking about anyway. Legendary Toys says, I'm digging the new packaging. They'd definitely be great to display. Totally. Oh, yeah, Doomed. Yes, we are getting some more O-Ring stuff next week, aren't we? A pre-order is what I heard her say. Chris, yeah, nothing ever seems to show up on the pegs. All I see is teasing for figures that never show up. Well, we've hit a spot, haven't we, Chris? We've hit like a very difficult kind of situation that I think we might start seeing improve a little bit, because these are only a couple of months out. So that's a bonus. And I think with kind of Amazon involved, I think they'll kind of come through a little bit faster. And obviously these aren't going to be on pegs because they're Amazon exclusives. But in terms of your concerns about the other wave, I mean, they've only just started distribution around the US. So yeah, it's pretty dire at the moment, isn't it, in this country for G.I. Joe classified figures. But who knows, man? Maybe it'll improve. Fingers crossed, eh? Fingers crossed. Aaron E. Nichols says, this character should have been the focus of the Snake Eyes movie we recently got. That'd have been kind of cool, actually, wouldn't it? Kind of Kamakura vibe, like angle. That'd have been dope. Yojoejune. Ahem, Talking Joe, isn't it Sean? Nitpick Steve-O here. Yeah, because I think it was Shaun. He spelled it out, Mark spelled it out. Thank you, Yojoejune Steve, for, pedantically grammar teaching old Mark Seddon there. Mark, come on, you're letting us down, mate. We invented the language. Timothy says, Diagnostic 80. I didn't know it was you. There you go. You got one. Okay. Right. Well, anyway, we got there's another image of the packaging from the back. So we get that kind of nice like layout. I do like that actually, layout. Sorry, guys. I've just skipped a few because it's going to take me ages to get through these and we've got to move on. And another little image there of Kamakura without his kind of headgear. I think I've got more images. Yeah, I've got more images of Kamakura. Love that one. Like that one on the left kind of looks like he's peeing on a fire hydrant. I want someone to Photoshop a fire hydrant in there and a little stream of urine coming out. But no, I'm loving this figure. Really love the design, and yeah, I'm so happy we've got Kamakura, honestly, because it's like oh, and talking about the packaging artwork. I didn't talk about the artwork, did I? Apologies. Yeah, packaging art for this one. He says completely forgetting, and we'll have to apologize profusely to. I wasn't the only one that did this. Emily did this on the stream as well. She forgot who the artwork was, and it was Ivan Shavrin who did it. So amazing work, Ivan. Absolutely, really loving it. I think it's really cool. Lovely vibe to it. Very anime style. A lot of dynamic movement here. Beautiful color. One funny thing though I did hear was I can't remember who said it. It was on a comment or something on something. It looks like the Cobra Troopers are slipping on like banana skins or liquid or something like in the background, rather than him just like like taken them all out. I like there's like a weird juxtaposition here. Gross word. I know I hate using that word. There's a weird juxtaposition here though of like the style mixed with the brutal violence going on. Because like, you know, he's got like an Uzi and a sword. He's taking them all out with violence, and you know, but there's a kind of comical aspect to it. So yeah, there's an interesting vibe there, but I like it. I really do. And Ivan Chevrin has done it, and have I got that right? Chavrin? It's Chavrin, sorry. Ivan Chavrin, and it's amazing artwork. So yeah, really like that. Anyway, should we move into the next? Let's move into the next pre-order reveals, and they are the Blue Ninjas. And again, we got these digital revealed, didn't we? Digital renders, and we hadn't seen them figures wise, and I mean we knew what we were going to get based on the fact that it's a Kiko body reuse and Red Ninja reuse. But really like these. Again, think they're wicked, and also I feel like with this set, it's taken up a notch with. And I'm sorry, I love the poses they put them in as well. So awesome. Like that one where he's like kind of cleaning the blade of the blood. How dope is that? Come on, how dope is that? Yeah. And also, I love how the female Blue Ninja's kind of got her knee up again. They love that knee up pose, don't they? They did that a lot on the on these Dio shots. Lovely Dio shots as well. Really wicked. Fire hydrants beware, says Jeff Butler. Yeah, absolutely, mate. But I definitely want to see that done now. Okay, sorry. I'm trying to look at some comments so I can bring them up. Legendary Toys says, with this new packaging, I can see them reissuing the first few waves in this new packaging, almost like a Star Wars Black Series archive kind of mindset. Do you know what? That isn't a bad shout. I mean, like I necessarily wouldn't be that into it, but I know it would be great for those that missed out on some characters or maybe didn't get into the line for whatever reason first. So yeah, I think I can see it. Plus, it's something that I could definitely see them doing. Absolutely, Legendary Toys. Yeah, definitely. Talking Joe, have you noticed that Classified seems to be burning through the female figures? Big name females left: Jinx and Helix. Am I forgetting anyone? There are loads, actually, Mark. There are tons. Bomb Strike, Mayday. There's more. Heart Wrencher. There's so many more. Ninja Force Scarlet, because that's a different build. He said Helix. Helix and Jinx, obviously, yeah, like those. You know, that would probably build it out. Vipra is another one. You're testing my knowledge here, mate. But yeah, that would probably be the main ones I could think of. And then there are a ton of others that you can kind of like, you know, Granny Arashikage, you know, from the comics and all that kind of stuff. And then the Doctors. So you've got, I forget both of the Doctor names, Biggles Jones, and there was another Doctor, wasn't there? Knox. Yeah, so there's plenty to still go, I think, personally. But they are doing them great. I'm keep them coming. Dawn, of course. Dawn's a big one. Do you think we'll see Jinx soon with the other Blue Ninja? I want to say, like, I do expect to see Jinx, but I expect to see Jinx done more classically. I don't think they'll go for the repaint scenario necessarily. They might do, but they might use parts. But I could see them maybe going for a more classic vibe with her. But David, still, yeah, I want to see Jinx because I want to see Jinx Tiger Force as well. Talking Joe, Kamakura art by Ivan Chavrin. It's Chavrin with an N. Mate, get your spelling right today, please. Or pedantic Steve will be out after you. Thanks for the links to the socials. Go check out Talking Joe's socials on Twitter as well. Firewall, that's another good one from Jeff. Thank you, Jeff Butler. Blue Diecast, Blue Ninjas are kind of like androids, cyborg androids, aren't they, from IDW? But in this case, they are not that. This is just like within the classified canon, you know, basically. CoverGirl we know is coming. PS, this is awesome. CoverGirl's coming, isn't she? She's been revealed, so we're not counting her because she's already there. Zanya, good shout. Good shout, Zanya. Ryan. I'm not saying it, Brian. We know she's coming. Sherlock's a good shout, Ryan. Meltzer, good shout, Sherlock. Yep. Yeah. Cadet Deming from the cartoon. Yeah, absolutely. Destro's daughter-in-law from Devil's Due. Yeah, it's a good one, Jeremy. Shooter's another one. I've already said Bomb Strike, Agent Chuckles. Female Doc's a good one, Jeremy. Yeah. Munitia is a good one, Ed. Yes. Raven the Stratoviper is another good one. Munitia's a good one. Yeah. There's loads. There's loads. Big in terms of big names, yeah, but like, are we not already through the big male names mainly? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like, if we're talking big characters, then yeah, we've done Scarlet, Baroness, etc., etc. But in terms of like the main male characters, we've done the main ones as well. Like, when we're waiting for them, they're still like B, C, D listers. So yeah, like they're burnt through everyone early on. Core character hunt, mate. Armada, yes, that was the name, wasn't it, Ryan, for Destro's connection? Armada, yeah, big time. Crimson Asp, there's a good shout from Michael Jean Fleming. How can you not want an ex-IRA arsonist helping Cobra? Absolutely. Naked HD's given us a bunch of good ideas as well. Anyway, Red Ninja looks cool. Loadout. This is what I'm talking about. This is where I think it raises up a little bit for this set is the Oni and the Kitsune masks. So Pythona. How did we forget Pythona? That's a great shout, Anthony Hewitt. Thank you. Pythona. There's one. Oh, sorry, that was an accident. I didn't mean to put that up. And yeah, there is a female dial tone from Resolute, Aaron. Absolutely. But yeah, the Pythona is probably the main one that needs to happen. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Doug. Actually, yeah, I take it back. Hawk is a big one they haven't done yet. Yeah, good point. Good point. I stand corrected. But the rest, you can probably. I mean, the core characters have been comfortably dealt with. But anyway, yes. So the masks, love these masks. Really, really cool, and really love these. And again, brings this up a notch. Zanya is Zartan's daughter, Michael, and that has been mentioned yet. Zanya. By the way, if you're on Facebook and you're seeing comments on Facebook, and you're on YouTube and you're seeing comments on YouTube, I'm seeing both. So if you're not seeing them on both, obviously you're not gonna. I might say that's already been said, and I don't mean it to sound snarky. You may not have seen that already. Yeah, Tim, Blue Ninjas was priced pretty well considering all the stuff that comes with them. The 2 figures, yeah, I agree. I would say that it's was it 33 something? I think for Kamakura, 44.99 for the 2-pack. So yeah, I agree with that. I think that's a good price. And Kamakura was like $33.99, so he's like $34. That does seem a little pricey for what you get, but it's an alternate head and a lot of and a lot of accessories. The only thing you're missing out on, well, you're missing out on the premium packaging, but then premium packaging brings it into like the $40 zone. It's like $39.99, isn't it, for the kind of deluxe sets? So to me, it doesn't feel that bad. Like, I don't know. I'm not that bothered about the $34 price point, honestly. Yeah. Okay, right. What else? Oh yeah, the packaging. Gorgeous packaging. And I love this artwork as well. Now this is like some really reminds me of Battlegrounds artwork. So big shout out to Billy Christian for this one. And I only know straight away because I did check the name as I checked Ivan's name. So I didn't know Billy. I heard Emily say Billy's name on the stream, but I completely forgot when it came to me doing this. So I don't think I knew Billy's name and didn't know Ivan's. No, I didn't know either of them until I just checked. Billy Christian on this one. Epic artwork. This reminds me of something you'd have seen on the Battlegrounds kind of artwork. You remember Battlegrounds on the mobile app? I sounded like an old person when I said on the mobile app back in the day. Battlegrounds and the little kind of card style artwork pieces. This is what I expect to see as a Battlegrounds Blue Ninja. And it's absolutely bloody gorgeous. I love the moon in the background, as if that has they're like almost like werewolf ninjas, you know what I mean? And I love the fact, obviously you got the masks and everything. You got the demon mask, you got the fox mask. So there's like that almost like very mystical vibe here, and the artwork definitely portrays that with an explosion in there too, obviously, because this is G.I. Joe, mainly about explosions. And yeah, Phoebe loves it. Phoebe loves the explosions. She even does explosions with her mouth, if you can hear. And yeah, like I'm kind of liking the renders on the back, showing you the figures and all they come with. It's a packed out set. I love the fact they got the harpoon, well, the grappling hook, but with rope on it. Love that. That's wicked. You get, I suppose, with the female ninja, they've gone with the kind of archery aspect. So you got the bow, the quiver, the sword, the kind of what's it called? Is it Harry? What's it called? I've forgotten. Kama. I think it's a kama with the kind of like, it's like a thin axe kind of thing, and it like a spiked blade on a stick. The kama. Anyway, very cool. And I love how the red ninja basically gets, the blue red ninja gets all that they got originally, like the kind of the swords, the kama weapons, the axes, the sais, and obviously the mask head. So loving them. I think they're going to be awesome. I'd like to get a few of them, because then, obviously you can start, it's like, you get 2 sets of these and you've already got like a really cool little army going on. Do you know what I mean? Like a little a nice kind of display. So yeah, really, really happy with these. This set was like my low key, this and the Kamakura were kind of my low key excitement things for the kind of digital renders they revealed way back. So to get them on the same day to be pre-ordered, I'm just like, dope. So really happy with these. Okay. Okay. Oh, and swords are painted this time, says Robert H. Good point there, Robert H. Yeah, I think they was painted on the red ninjas, weren't they? Or are they all black? I think they might. Yeah, I think you're right. I think they were all black. Apologies. Yeah. J-Mac, Arctic Storm Shadow accessories. Yeah, absolutely. There's a few in there for, basically what he got, isn't it? Yeah, you're right. Totally. Cool. Okay. And I've got loads more images of these, actually, because we got some, all over Hasbro Pulse right now. And yeah, they just look so dope. And there you go. Okay, so yeah, that was the stream. Now, I did mention at the start of the show that Fortnite Snake Eyes sword that was revealed in the week, but I was too busy yesterday to do any kind of news burst about it. So we're just going to be talking about that on the weekly, just so you know. And obviously wanted to talk to you guys about obviously these reveals today. Obviously that was like, important to do so. But again, Pat and I will be kind of delving into the nitty gritty of all of the reveals from this week. So anyway, let's transition out of this particular zone. He says clumsily, like he's never done this before. Ta-da! Right, so now I can focus a little bit more on what you guys are saying. Chad Phillips says, guess Blue Ninjas are the new Ninja Vipers, maybe? Or we'll probably get Ninja Viper repaint at some point. I'd love a teal, though. Oh, give me a teal Ninja, please. A teal version of one of those would be so sexy. I'd be well into it. AbsorbVid says, if we're getting Snowjob, hopefully an eel will follow shortly. I don't really see the connection there, AbsorbVids, but I like it. I hope an eel does follow Snowjob. I actually want an eel so I can what's the word? I can kind of copy the Action Force weekly issue 2 cover that had the eel on it with the knife and Snake Eyes and Scarlet kind of creeping up to the down the anyway, it's a beautiful cover. If you haven't seen it, go check out Blood for the Baron. It's on there. You can check it in the cover gallery on the Marvel comics, and yeah, absolutely gorgeous. And I want to kind of recreate that with an eel. That'd be so dope. What else we saying? Talking Joe says, ooh, eel would be good. Eels up inside ya. Definitely. And Snow Serpent. Yes, absolutely, Mark. How you doing, buddy? You good? I didn't really ask you that. I didn't really ask if you're okay. How's things? Let me know. Because it's like, it's not like no one else is on the chatting away with me. Soda says, next week going to be Duke Tiger Force for sure. It's a good shout. What have we got? Dr. Mindbender to come, but that's more than likely a July thing. Maybe, yeah, that's more than likely a July thing, isn't it? Because July the 1st, I think, was the date that's on a lot of the kind of tentative pre-ordering type things. But yeah, Duke Tiger Force would be a good shout for next week. What do you think for the O-ring? Because obviously we don't know what that's going to be as a pre-order. I'd like to hear what your thoughts on that, because obviously we're getting a classified and an O-ring pre-order next week. So excited to see what that'll be. So next week, yeah, let's talk about that quickly. Next week is going to be another Instagram Live, okay? And we're going to get... Oh, Din-Din's time. Thank you, darling. Awesome. Tonight is jacket potatoes, or baked potatoes with coleslaw and beans and cheese. Amazing, right? Yeah, I'm gonna get that later. Okay. Can we go back to small face Chris? No, you get big face Chris now talking Joe. Okay, Mark. Yeah, so next week is going to be another Instagram Live, and there's going to be 2 pre-orders, 1 O-ring and 1 classified, is what Emily said. And then following that will be the end of Yojoejune, and it will be a big reveal, big kind of YouTube event. And it's pretty obvious what it's going to be. I mean, we got the teaser at the end of the last week's, didn't we? The HASLab, classified HASLab. Who knows what it's going to be? Very excited. Cannot wait to see what that's all about. But that's what I would guess is happening on the last, the last hurrah of the month. We're not going back to small face Chris, Mark. It's not happening. Absorbage, you meant Snow Serpent to follow Snowjob. But still, Snow Serpent and eels, please. I'm all about it. Yeah, Adam, that's a good point, actually. Big names are relative to who people's had as their favourites. My suggestions would be Mutt, Chuckles, and Lightfoot. You pandering SOB. Yeah, like, again, Mutt, I would still say is not a big name. Like, I know what you mean in terms of like the personal thing. I know what you're saying, but I still would think that, you have to take into things like popularity, amount of figures they've had, all of that kind of stuff. And then you start getting your A-list, B-list, C-list, etc. I personally, I'm not prejudiced. I'll have all of you, and you're all A-listers to me. But I know what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Like, obviously, as an individual, I want to see certain characters, and that's going to, make me happy or sad depending on the reveals. I don't expect to see Lightfoot in the line ever, genuinely. As much as I think he'd be an amazing character in the classified line, I don't think he'd sell that well. Personally, I love him. I know some people love him, but there's a lot of people that can't stand those kind of characters. And also, like, throw that into the, the mess of like, how getting them on shelves or not. And I don't know if he'd do that well. Like, would you argue Barbecue is a bigger character than Lightfoot? I don't think there's an argument there. I think Barbecue is a bigger character than Lightfoot. But Barbecue is still readily available. Like, if you want to get a Barbecue, you can get one, and you don't have to break the bank for it. So anyway, yeah, I don't know, Adam. I get what you're saying, totally. But I would still say that there's a reason there's a core character group. That's not necessarily a reason, but there is a core character group. I've missed loads of people's comments. How did I miss that? Desert Ninjas, Michael Nivens, yeah, Desert Ninjas. I mean, they've certainly got the figures to do the repaints there. Ryan Meltzer, am I the odd man? I'm the odd man out that wants the 90s eel with the yellow and blue, mate. You're not. I'd love that too, and with that like robot shark that it comes with, please, or whatever it is. Robot, is it a shark? Yeah, it's something. It's not a barracuda because that comes with undertow, isn't it? It's amazing. I've got to eat. I'm so hungry. I'll do it later. I know people hate it when I eat on the show. Talking Joe says, you want an eel so you can sing eels up inside you every time you see it. Yeah, totally. Imagine when I get Zorana. I didn't know it was you. I'm going to be saying that all the time, like I don't already. Oh, that's a good point, actually, Soda. Just one Cobra on those elite characters. Copperhead so far, isn't it? Yeah. So don't worry. I'm sure there are more coming. I'm sure they're doing more Cobra characters. They might drop a Cobra 2Z next week. You never know. What we've got? We've got Rock and Roll. I've forgotten them already. Torpedo, Rock and Roll, Copperhead, Snowjob, Tunnel Rat. Sorry, you'll have to tell me in the comments. Ritz Murphy says, new secret O-rings coming for pre-order next week. Can't wait for that. Yeah, that's exciting, isn't it? I wonder what it's going to... I'm excited to see what it's going to be. Couchboy, who's the one classified pre-order that Em said goes on sale next week? She didn't actually say what was going on next week. She just said one classified, one O-ring. Sarge is a possibility, but I think they're holding him for SDCC, aren't they? So I think he'll go up around SDCC time. Dr. Mindbender, I think, is July the 1st. So I'm not sure if that I don't think will happen. It might do. They might go Dr. Mindbender next week. You never know. And then what's the other? Yeah, Duke Tiger Force was another. That was another digital render reveal last time that would line up nicely. That someone mentioned that would line up nicely. Oh, Absorbed says I got a notice my O-ring troopers are getting ready to ship. Nice. That wasn't very long, was it? That was great. Shipwreck's the other one. Thanks, Ed. I'm fat, dumb, and happy on the reveals of Shipwreck and Tunnel Rat. This was a successful Yojoejune for me. Glad to hear that, Ed. Fat, dumb, and happy. Same energy. Darklun O-ring, says Brian Greenwood. That'd be dope. Darklun O-ring. Yeah, Darklun. Haven't seen Darklun for ages. Collectors Club, wasn't it? Aaron says, so the O-ring is a reveal that will also be a pre-order. Correct. Because it will be a pre-order. We don't know what it is, so it's going to be a reveal at the exact same time. Unless they reveal it in the week leading up to, which I don't think is going to happen. It might get leaked. You never know. Yeah, Couchboy says, Mindbender, Sarge, Tiger Force, Duke. Yeah, any of those three maybe. Could be Tiger Force, though, couldn't it? You want a Tiger Force Carol Baskins? Actually, that'd be a dope figure. Oh, Cenabar 5. I've said it wrong, haven't I? Even though you told me how to say it. I knew I would get it wrong as soon as I went to say it. I'm not going to bother. T. What do you think they meant when Lenny said Snowjob comes prepared? I think he's going to come with a lot of accessories, is what that makes me. That's what I think. So maybe a bigger release, maybe like a Kamakura release or a deluxe release or something else. Maybe a vehicle. I know that'd be too crazy, wouldn't it? But Polar Battle Bear is small enough for him. Just saying. But no, I think that just means he's going to come with like a deluxe loadout, basically. Ripcord, says Doug Dello. Yes, Doug, Ripcord. We still need him, don't we? Grant, that is a question for Mark Seddon. So, Mark, you can ask this. I guess you can. Well, I hope you can, considering comics is your bag. In the comics, is the original Snake Eyes still dead, or did they bring him back? Might be a spoiler, and I won't post it. But Grant, your answer will be dealt with by the comments, hopefully, and by Mark. Joe Self, did you already speculate on Lenny's hint about Snowjob? I just kind of did, but I think, like I said, I think it'll just be a deluxe loadout. I don't think it will be a vehicle. That would be cool, though, and it's a possibility, Joe, but I'm going to say deluxe. That's what I think. Oh, Eric. Yes, they did. You're right. Sir, I think Eels, what was it like? There's one that always gets like used as like, this is an upgrade of an eel. This is an eel. It's like Hydro Vipers are eels as well, aren't they? They're like eels that go into like the next level of things. So I think eels are like the lowest common denominator in the Cobra ranks, and they all just get like upgraded to other things. But you're right, yes, snow serpents and eels are connected in that way, 100%. Aaron says, I want mainframe, monkey wrench, low light, General Hawk. Give me all the 86 Joes in classified. Absolutely. Not too far away, I don't think. Adrian McCarthy says Sergeant Grundle. P.S. This is awesome. Says P.S. This is awesome. A PlayStation podcast says Super Trooper. Lol. Don't lol. I want Super Trooper. P.S. This is awesome. I'd be all over a Super Trooper. I'd be well into that. Give me Super Trooper, please, and chrome the crap out of him, please and thank you. Okay, I think I've got to everyone. Well, I haven't got to everybody's. Brian says, I would buy Lightfoot instantly, and that is why I love you, Brian. Thank you very much. Anthony Hewitt says, so how does everyone feel about the Cobra La era? They would make great figures. I agree. I'm shaking my head that way. No, I agree. Definitely. Pythona, Globulus, Nemesis Enforcer, Royal Guard, Bloomin' Cobra Commander was once a man. Give me all that stuff, please. I'd love it. I think Super 7 are going to cover us on a lot of that, but I would like to see some of it in Classified, definitely. Lowlight would be a fantastic figure. Yes, Jeff, Lowlight would be a fantastic figure and a great seller. Again, massive loadout. You'd have to do some sort of deluxe loadout, kind of in a similar Pursuit of Cobra kind of style. Doomed, how dare you? How dare you? I love Psych Out as well. I would love to see Psych Out genuinely, and a Tiger Force one at that. It's never going to happen, but I can dream. Mouton, says Adrian McCarthy. That'd be dope, wouldn't it? I'll take a Mouton in Classified. Super Sign Bieber says, no more G.I. Joe live streams till next year since there is nothing else to show after Yojoejune. Plus, the new figures won't be available till 2024. I think we're going to get some sooner, actually, Super Cyan. I think there's going to be there's been a little bit of a bottleneck, and now I'm hoping there'll be like this gush of figures just flying out. Yeah, Ryan says, I love a Battle Bear, but I think the tease was that Snowdrop will have skis, snowshoes, maybe a snowboard. I think he's going to I imagine think Pursuit of Cobra, something like that, where you can kind of make a little tent, and he's got ski poles and skis and like a little radio and a little was it like a little frying pan, and it all folds up onto a massive backpack. I think that would be dope. Ritz Murphy says, my guess for next week is a Sergeant Slaughter O-ring. That would be pretty awesome, and I'd go ballistic. Mark's going to get that in my head now. Robot shark, do. Thanks for that. Daniel Rodriguez, not sure if you covered this, but what do you think they will reuse the rest of the movie figure molds for? Not sure if they will necessarily. I mean, Akiko's already got a reuse out of a Snake Eyes is Snake Eyes is like far too specific to be Snake Eyes, isn't it? To be anything else other than Snake Eyes. So I don't think we're going to get anything out of that body. Storm Shadow as well, very specific. I don't think we'll see much out of those molds, honestly. They might do some sort of movie reissue thing in the future. I don't know. I don't think I'm not necessarily sure we'll see them again. But again, Akiko's had a reuse, and some people have said maybe Jinx again. So I think that's the only figure you're going to see reused. Baroness is similar, isn't she? You could maybe use it's the head sculpt you can't use again, can you necessarily? Yeah, hard to say. I think Akiko is probably the one they can use, and it's the one they have used. Everyone's just shouting shipwreck at me. Oh yeah, of course, because that was the other one I missed earlier. That's why I'm that far behind. Yeah, Adam says the fact we're somewhat over the hump is pretty great news for everyone who has a D-lister as their favorite Joe Cobra. Good point. Very good point. I would block Naked H. Oh, that worked. That one worked. I blocked them this time. I don't want to now. I want them to just be on every show we do. I want them to spam the comments now. That's a good point, actually, Luke. Yeah, I think Lightfoot is more known than Kamakura and Blue Ninjas. Don't see why they would not make him. Well, because I really, really want them to, and I'm not necessarily sure it'll happen because of that, Luke. But I'm going to stay positive on that because I think, yeah, let's stay positive. Lightfoot next. Okay. All right then, guys. Michelle Hall says scrap iron. Awesome. I'd love a scrap iron. Love a scrap iron. Ed's not interested in Cobra La. Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. But you would sneak a Nemesis Enforcer on my desk at work for sure. Okay. Okie dokie. Metalhead was a good shout, Aaron. Yes, absolutely. Oh, that's Adrian. You're so dark. Still SDCC Dusty carrying Sneak Peek's corpse. And then, like, they released Sneak Peek again later because he didn't actually die. Movie Scarlet. Yes, Ryan. Sorry, Movie Scarlet. There is a Movie Scarlet figure. Yes. And that would be a great base for Helix. You're not wrong, actually. That could be a good use, actually, of that mold. Okay, right. Oh, a few more comments. I'll just get to a few more. Jeff says, I'm surprised Classified 2-packs haven't happened by re-releasing the first wave Cobra Commander and Duke, Baroness and Scarlet, etc. I'm surprised too. Well, I think they're trying to focus. I think they're putting most of the budget in getting as many characters and many figures as possible. And that's, I think, why they're avoiding some of the other things that you see in other lines. Maybe, I mean, give it time. Maybe we will be seeing things like that. But that's a good shout, Jeff. A good shout. Sorry, trying to get to that comment clicked on. Any more news on the Snake Eyes creator figure, the selfie series? I would love if it was a Viper, Cobra Trooper officer, or Crimson Guard. Yeah, nothing, absolutely nothing. We don't know if it's like something that is actually going to happen or not. We don't know, because I kind of assumed that maybe that was something coming in Yojoejune, but who knows? It could have just been a test, and it shouldn't have got out in the first place, which is more likely. And they may not be planning to do anything with it. But I don't know. My thoughts kind of go towards it's probably going to happen, but probably in the future. Maybe not in the near future, but definitely like in the future. But no more news, unfortunately. Scrap Iron is awesome, says Talking Joe. Do Cold Slither as HasLab with instruments as Couch Boy. Dope. Sneak Peek and Crazy Legs 2-pack, and then you could do them Night Force. And you could, well, you can't do Crazy Legs Tiger Force, but you could definitely get Sneak Peek out of Tiger Force. Oh, yes, that's a good point. Will we have to wait for the next Walmart Con to find out the last 2 retro carded Joes? I imagine so. But you don't have to wait for Walmart Con because they put them out on the shelves first. Someone finds them, takes a picture of them, and then here we go. So Ryan, it'll be just before Walmart Con probably. I would love old school tunnel rattle dial tone. Well, Ninth 2452. Tunnel rat's coming, so you're getting one of them. With Talking Joe, with the create figure, you would be able to pop the head off and put it on another body. Yes, absolutely, totally. So it doesn't matter what you're getting as the base. You can always put it on something else as long as the neck ball is the same size, which in some cases isn't the case, but in most cases you'll be all right, I reckon. Christopher Moody, they could easily do a torpedo figure with the Storm Shadow head sculpt from any of the 3/4 SS versions they've done. Anything that had that mask sculpt back in the day were my faves. Yeah, good point. Naked HD are back in the chat. Block. And that worked. Brilliant. And finally, from Eric, Scrap Iron and Mutton Junkyard are my 2 most wanted for classified. Okay, awesome. That's great. I'm glad mine are Lightfoot and Storm Shadow version 2 because I'm that guy. Yes, Niximus Prime, we did discuss this. Yes, Lenny did mention that about Snowjob being like geared up basically. So yeah, he's going to be a bigger than usual release, definitely. Anyway, right then. Thank you guys for jumping on and chatting with me. Hope you've had a good, fun stream talking about all the reveals from today. Hope you got your pre-orders in. Hope you enjoyed like the figures and that you're actually excited for them and you're not just buying them out of habit. Anyway, I've had a blast. I will see you probably soon. If not for the rest of the week, I'm sure there'll be like news popping up during like the rest of the week. If not, though, I'll see you all for the weekly with Pat on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. For those of you that aren't aware of when we start the weekly, it's not random. It is 10 a.m. Eastern. So yeah, you can join in and chat with me there, or alternatively, just hope there's some news tomorrow to talk about, and I'll be back with it. Anyway, as always, at the end of these shows, I like to do the usual. After 3, 1, 2, 3, full force. Cheers. See you later.
Bye.
That's it for this instalment of the Full Force News Burst. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. See you next time, and as always, Full Force. Make sure you get involved with the discussion by liking, sharing and commenting on these videos, and as always you can keep up with the show after listening by following on Twitter @TheFullForce, liking the Facebook page facebook.com/TheFullForce, and if you would like to contact the show you can message us on either of those platforms with feedback and questions. We also have a Patreon page, so if you want to show your support for the show, see your name up in lights on these videos, or enjoy exclusive bonus content, then check out patreon.com/TheFullForce podcast, or click on the link on any of the posts this podcast appears in. Full Force.